Hello, hello, hello! Your local alien is back with another 7 Deadly Sins reaction. So, a few things to mention before we jump into the reaction. Um, so, as of recording this, I haven't yet put up the last 2 episodes I've watched. I think it's 2, not 3. I actually did put one up, but it got copyright stricken within just a couple of hours. I can't even tell how much time it was because when I went back to check on it, it was just gone. So since then, I've been kind of worrying about my reactions overall and how I'll edit them so that I don't have to worry about a strike again. Because it wasn't even a claim, it was just a straight up strike. And if you get 3 strikes within a certain amount of time, which is about 90 days, then your account is terminated along with any other account you might have, and you're prevented from having an account in the future, I think. So I would really hate to put a lot of work into this, like a lot of my free time, mostly going to editing, especially trying to match up my reaction with the whatever I'm reacting to, and then trimming that down to under 10 minutes. I tried to abide by all of that as well as possible. I'd hate to do all of that and then just have my channel just gone. So I've been thinking what I'm going to do to try to avoid that is, rather than having like a traditional kind of style reaction video where you see the video and you see the reaction and it's trimmed down and blah blah blah. Instead of doing that, I think I'll just have my full reaction to the entire thing, but you won't see the video or the episode or whatever I'm reacting to. If it's a YouTube video, I'll probably keep that in. I'll do like the regular editing unless there's copyrighted music in it. But for TV shows and stuff like that, I'm just gonna have my reaction, and I'll leave it up to you to like find a source for the episode, and I'll give you a countdown of, okay, I'm about to start it, 3, 2, 1 now, and then that way you can line it up and you'll be able to see my full reaction instead of just a 10-minute highlight. You'll be able to see the full thing. And if you're not interested in that at all, I will put a timestamp of when I review whatever I just watched, so you can just skip right to the review. I think that's the best way to go. The other options I considered was doing like the regular reaction, but having that part on a different site. The issue with that though is most video sharing sites like that, where you can store your videos and provide a link, most of them have like a free version of it that's only like 2 GB, so that would only be like maybe 4 videos, maybe not even that really. So if I wanted to do regular videos, upload regularly, I would need something with a lot of space, and those usually tend to be more costly. And I'm in college, I don't have money like that. So for now, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see how this works. Um, this seems to be the safest way I can come up with right now. So I am sorry if it's inconvenient to find the source on your own and try to line that up with my reaction, but this is the best way I can ensure that I don't get another strike, that I don't get my channel taken down or anything like that. And it is better for me overall, because, like I said, I don't have a way to store videos and I don't want to delete any videos, which is good because like what just happened with the last video I tried to upload, it got taken down. If I had deleted that video off of my computer right away, then I, I just wouldn't have that video. But since I did save it, I can try to do something with it. So I do try to save videos, but I don't have a lot of space on this computer. And again, I don't have like a file storage thing that has a lot of space on there. So instead of having the size of the episode and the size of my reaction, I can just worry about the size of my reaction. Um, and, less editing means that I can record more and I can get it out quicker. I mean, I don't like not having the video there, not trimming down my reaction because most of it's going to be kind of silent, but you know, right now with my current circumstances and with a bogus strike like that, this seems to be the best option. So that's one thing I wanted to mention. Another thing is, so as you can see, I'm laying down, I'm kind of chilling, as opposed to how I would usually do it. Since this is going to be just the reaction itself, I figured that I would try to be looser with it. In the past, I've been kind of more formal with it, almost like I'm presenting it one way, but I want to be more kind of like I'm reacting with you, um, kind of like I'm in the room reacting with you, watching the video with you, because you'll be watching it too on another tab, another screen, whatever. So we're kind of watching it together. So I want it to feel more, relaxed. And I figured that being more relaxed, like being the way I would be if I were watching this on my own, that would get more reaction out of me, and it would just feel more natural. I always try to present my reactions as naturally as possible, but of course, if you're kind of presenting in a way, that's gonna skewer things. Um, so that's a second point. I also want to apologize for the fan in case you can hear that a bit. It is the middle of summer, so it is a bit hot. I have it on the lowest setting, and I'm hoping that the room doesn't warm up too much during the reaction, so I won't have to turn it up or anything like that. Um, those are kind of the main things I wanted to address. Um, Let me know how this works out. Hopefully it's not too inconvenient. Uh, Hopefully it works really well. And uh, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to just watch the entire episode all together, all at once, um, as opposed to stopping it to say something or anything like that. Um, So that means if I do have something really important to say about a moment, I'll just write it down and keep watching, and then during my discussion, I'll go back to it. So that way it doesn't get out of sync with how you're watching it, and it can stay together, and you don't have to worry about, oh, did she pause here or here, you know? So yeah, with that out of the way, today I'm watching Seven Deadly Sins, Season 1, Episode 12, Bloodcurdling Canon. So, last time on Seven Deadly Sins, we got to see the conclusion. Well, we got to see the last fight of the tournament. We got to see Bond versus Meliodas, and of course, Meliodas won. And we got confirmation that the Holy Knights are there, and it looks like they're probably going to start trouble. Um, yeah, that's kind of the main things that happened. Yeah, it has been about a month, no, more than a month actually, since I watched the last episode because of all the copyright issues. I haven't been wanting to record anything else until I knew how I was going to do it because I didn't want to uh, do it the regular way and then it turns out that I do something else, like how I'm doing now. So if I forget something that happened last episode, I'll probably remember it during the recap or something. And I am watching the Netflix version. If you're watching on like a free site or something like that, it'll probably skip the recap. What I'll do is I'm gonna let the beginning play just all the way through, and I'll tell you when the episode actually starts. So, with that said, let's get started. Okay, I just pressed play on Netflix. It's loading. There we go. It's actually kind of awkward because when I've done reactions before, I always knew that anything weird or whatever, I could just edit out. Um, like this recap, I edited out most of it unless I had something specific to say. Um, but now it's just the entire thing. Okay. Okay, the recap just ended. The music's starting. That was a pretty short recap. Okay. While the song is playing, I'm gonna get something. I always forget that this song is actually kind of good. I like just never remember the song. It's not bad at all. It's like the kind of song where if I heard it, I would know that I heard it. And I would even remember some of the lyrics. But I wouldn't remember where I heard it. Oh, right. She's fighting Meliodas right now. Elizabeth looks really good in that dress. Keeps his nails pretty short. I really hate when he's in that form. People just really like killing Bond. Okay? Just acting like they're old friends. Not the most creative name. What happened to your lips? eventually exploded. It's a very big jewel. How does she fight with that? I'll just say, Veronica looks really good without her coat, I guess? He just seems creepy. It's so weird that he's wearing a helmet and armored pants, but his chest is exposed. On two, I guess. She looks so weird with lipstick. Why'd he suddenly change? Really, why did he change? Maybe don't run with the sword like that, so close to your neck. This would be more emotional if I knew, like, anything about Veronica. Oh, okay, that explains it. Sounds like they look nothing alike. I chalked it up to just anime logic, but I love me too. Oh, he's still able to keep up his shield, even despite that? Oh, okay, never mind. Jeez. A little excessive. Nice tat. Okay, that's the end of the episode. I'm gonna let the credits play and then go to the, actually, I don't think there is an after credits scene this time. Huh, there's no after credits. Oop. Okay, so that was Seven Deadly Sins, Season 1, Episode 12. Um, a lot happened, in terms of the whole Holy Knights versus Seven Deadly Sins aspect. Um, we never saw what happened to Deanne afterwards, so I'm guessing she'll pop up next episode. Um, Bond was at the end, and we saw Meliodas get trapped in the goddess Ember. Um, so apparently that guy whose name I probably should have written down, the guy I said who was pretty creepy. Apparently he knows a lot about Meliodas to know that he would be trapped in something like that. So he has to know whatever secrets Meliodas is hiding, and it seems like Bond recognizes that Meliodas is similar to what he's faced before, ogres. Um, Elizabeth's sister, Veronica, her main objective was really just to bring her sister home. And they're not related. I don't know if that was mentioned before, but I'm sure we'll find out the details of that later on. Um, like who was adopted and why, stuff like that. Um, it seems like it had to have happened pretty early on because in that flashback they seem pretty young. Again, that whole scene would have seemed more emotional if we knew more about Veronica. Like if we had been following her on her trail um, as she tried to track down Elizabeth, and if we got some more flashbacks or something like that, if we could really sympathize with her more. I mean, she seems to really love her sister and all that, but we don't really know much about her. Like, I felt more bad for Greer more than I did for her, really. Because Greer is just all about protecting Veronica. Um, and that shows more of his character than just I'm looking for my sister. Um, we saw. I really should have written these names down. I thought I'd remember. Um, Jericho and the other one, Gila. Yeah, we saw those two come back, more powerful than ever and more vicious than ever with an objective. Jericho claiming that Bond made a woman out of her. Um, Hawk got roasted. Uh, Yeah, it was a lot of plot development. Um, I don't think Veronica is really dead. I think she's probably severely injured and will come back. Um, I'm pretty sure Elizabeth's tears heal, like we've seen before with when she cried for Meliodas and her. No, no, no. It was Meliodas. It was actually, I think it was Meliodas and also some guy in a town. That guy was supposed to die, but Elizabeth cried for him, and then all of a sudden he was like fine. So I'm pretty sure she has healing abilities. Um, oh, and we found out that the announcer, who is super annoying, hate his voice, is actually someone from King's past. They used to be partners or train together or something like that. Um, Details unclear as of now, but it looks like all of the sins thus far have somewhat met their match, or at least have been countered. So yeah, I am ready for the next episode, which I'm gonna watch right now since I don't have to worry about editing or anything like that. It's good to just be able to just go through these episodes, not forget a bunch of stuff. I am gonna write down some names, so I'll have those for future reference. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.